Congresswoman.
Jean, it's nice to be with you again. Jean and I have known each other for years because I was Wyoming State Treasurer, and Jean did lots of programs with state treasurers around the country on women and money. And it was amazing to see the women that would come to these events. I had one in a local downtown movie theater, and women would buy their own popcorn and pop at the little reception stand, the little refreshment stand, and come and listen to speakers talk about how to get out of credit card debt, how to manage your money, how to survive a divorce financially, how to bridge this gap between generations when you're sandwiched in the middle. And the speaker that we had, we handed out these books. We raised money from the private sector to give this book to every person who attended those seminars. And we served them a modest lunch for free. And I was amazed how many women of all generations came. And our speaker said, you know, when this is over, there will be women in tears because they've never heard this information in a forum that made them comfortable. And they'll be so grateful, they'll be in tears. And I thought, no, not in Wyoming. These women are tough. And I was wrong. There were women in tears because they'd never received good financial guidance in a practical way in a forum where they felt comfortable. And I talked maybe 6 months later to a waitress who had attended that little seminar at the movie theater, a very friendly venue. And she said, I want to thank you. I just paid off all of my credit card debt in 6 months. It's the first time I've been out of credit card debt in my life. To me, that was just tremendously revealing because, like Donna Edwards, I was raised in a situation where after having a mortgage on our ranch for 30 years, 30 years to the month of when we paid off that ranch mortgage, I was elected to Congress. And so I knew what it was like to dedicate 30 years to a family business, everyone sacrificing their financial rewards at the time in order to create a business that would last, and in order to create a nest egg of real property that will serve us all well into the future. And it's amazing how few people understand that. It's amazing to me as a former state treasurer how few people understand the benefits of not putting all your eggs in one basket, having diversified investment portfolios, even if it's from buying a few pieces of gold or silver to buying a certain stock and holding on to it, or buying a very modest home and paying it off and then flipping it. There are so many ways that women can make money if they understand the principles. And it is just stunning to me how people yearn for this information. That's why I'm so pleased to see AARP looking at a project of this nature. These are also principles that we have to apply as members of Congress. The whole notion of paying your bills and not spending more than you take in. And the fact that our country has put itself in this position over many years of overspending and now finds itself held hostage to a debt where we're terrified that if the interest rate on our debt goes up, that we will no longer have the money to pay for important essential services and safety nets for people, because we've amassed so much debt and the interest is so high that it becomes the driver. We have to address the drivers of our debt. And the drivers of our debt are our entitlement programs. We are in a position where, in order to hand as baby boomers a legacy to our children, where they do not have to be saddled with this kind of debt, we have to come together and resolve them. Aging is a bipartisan issue. I've never seen Democrats age faster than Republicans or vice versa. But I know that we all look back over our shoulders on days like today when we're having critical votes and another critical vote coming up over the debt ceiling very, very shortly, and want desperately to make sure that the baby boomers' role in leading our country will not be a role of handing our children and saddling our children with the obligations that we didn't have the courage to address during our lifetimes. So I'm pleased to be here with my colleagues. I'm delighted that you are addressing issues both from a policy perspective and a business perspective that this nation needs to take so seriously. And the fact that you have such a well-attended forum of bright minds gives me hope that as we age in a bipartisan way together, we can also solve our problems in a bipartisan way together. Thank you, Jean.
Thank you.